All right. Can everybody see and or hear me? Bueller. All right. Is my audio too low, too high? Am I good to go? I can tweak now, forever hold your peace. I will give anybody a 1 minute or 2 and or 3 to get into the live, and then we will get going. I hope everybody's ready for this year, because a lot of fun work and not so fun work went into preparing this. Not just this this primer and slides, but like the village. We are about to have a good time. I'll give it just a minute longer. I'm trying to manage like 6 windows with all this stuff going on. I can only imagine all this stuff that people do this on Twitch or any other live service. All the stuff they have to have prepared and do. All right. Let's get this bad boy started so the video's not too long. All right. So, the next Wireless Village and WCTF will be Defcon 27. There's going to be a lot of new stuff. There's going to be stuff that has been possibly tested at previous wireless capture to flags, so that we can then take it to a full run. We've tested lots of stuff, and now we have bashed our heads against a bunch of stuff, and we have way more challenges ready. There are going to be some talks on Saturday, I believe, that will pertain directly to some of the challenges, and maybe by the people who, in fact, created the challenges. So we're going to let you struggle and or do a good job and see how far you get Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday, you're going to get a helping hand and see if it gets you any further. So, some of this presentation and some of the things that we have done in the past you've seen before. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat, and if you've got questions, feel free to interrupt and let me know, and I'll get right to you. And then we'll have a bit of a Q&A at the end. So, tools, hardware, software, flags and challenges, we'll give it to you. So, let's do it. The WCTF is Jeopardy style. We will be transmitting all the challenges, and you can go in any particular order or any specific category you wish to go down. If you want to try your hand at some software-defined radio, you can try all of those. Nothing is in any order of easy to hard. Let's see what else. All the Wi-Fi's up. All of everything is up at the same time. We do not provide any hardware, software. You need to bring your own laptops and all your own gear. Uh, if all you want to do is sit in there all day and crack WEP, that's all you have to do. Play it your way and have fun. So, when you get into the village, you need to get logged into the scoreboard. You need to get our word list. You need to try many different things. Do not get stuck. Do not be frustrated. It is a challenge, and some of them are easy, and some of them are harder, and some of them are pretty darn hard. If you are not doing well, make sure to take notes. Make sure you copy down what you've tried and what you were unsuccessful with. Do a lot of Googling. Go and try something else. You are against other tables, other teams, other players, and you are most definitely against the clock, because when it is over, it is over. And make sure you come up and ask some questions. We do not bite. We want to help push you along. You are not going to, we are more of a teach someone to fish than just give you the fish kind of team. We want to set you up for success, get you learning and get you Googling and learning through that way, rather than if you type XYZ into your command line, this is how you will solve this problem. The first step to success is, if you're going to compete in the wireless village, we recommend, highly recommend, that you use Pentoo. Kali, if you are comfortable with it and that's what you want to do, that is on you. We do not provide support for Kali. We do not provide support for Parrot. We do not provide support for you putting everything in a VM and running through all kinds of weird stuff with some weird dongles you found on eBay. We recommend Pentoo because it is used by the Wireless Village team members. The competition was built with and tested with Pentoo, so you're already starting off on a good foot with that. Other people have used different things and had varying levels of success. We just highly recommend Pentoo because you have somebody on site that works with it, and if something's not working, we can figure it out, or if something's complicated, we can get it figured out. So, you need your laptop. You will need wireless dongles. You will need Bluetooth dongles. You will need software-defined radio dongles to compete in this competition, and a few little others, and we will get right to it. So, you do not need to bring your MSI/Alienware laptop. You can cook your Hot Pockets on your power brick. That's up to you. But we also don't recommend that you grab just that old, like, Power PC, super thick laptop that's sitting in the corner collecting dust, and Linux can go on it, so you're going to try it that day. You're not going to have a good time. Please install, test, and or run all your hardware and software before the competition, so you have an idea of what your system can support and do, and to see if you run into any bugs, problems, crashes, and all of the above. I'm going to say this as I was instructed. We are running Bleeding Edge. We will have some of the latest and greatest and available Wi-Fi stuff transmitting. You will need the appropriate dongles to participate. You can't see 5 gigahertz if you bring a 2.4 gigahertz only card. You will need to bring the latest and greatest dual band to participate. There are challenges that are just running on 2.4, and if that's all you have, you may try your luck and have a good time with that. But if you want to do the entirety of the Wi-Fi stuff, you will need to bring the appropriate gear. So, some of these go very cheap. A lot of blogs and or hacking tutorials may have showed you that you want to use the TP-Link 722N. That's the version 1s. I believe version 3 and or 4 is out currently. Something's going on funky with the drivers, so that's not going to do you too good. The alphas are good, the pandas are good. There will be a gear talk at Defcon by the Ricks. So Rick, Melindick, and Zero Chaos. So be prepared for that. They will go down a treasure trove of gear and equipment that they are currently using, loving, hating, testing, all of the above. Also, make sure you have the right antenna for the job. You don't want to have an improper antenna and have people, mansplain antennas to you on the internet and tell you you're wrong. You could fear for yourself for that. It's up to you. No, just if you've got like 100-foot tall antenna, it's gonna see all kinds of stuff. 1 dBi antenna, you can't see very far. Know what you have, know how to use it. Test your gear before you get there. Some of the Bluetooth dongles that are out right now: Sunny D100, Ubertooth. You will need them. There's going to be some Bluetooth. There is a lot of SDR gear. If this is currently a hobby, the RTL-SDRs do fine. You'll be able to do quite a bit of the competition. The hack RFs are more expensive and more capable, and that's what you're paying for. Yardsticks help, and again, right antenna for the right job. You will be in the same room as the equipment that is transmitting. So make sure that you are ready for that distance. I'm not going to recommend one over the other. I've done very well with RTLs. I've done very well with my hack RF. I've played very little with the Lime SDR and only some with the Blade RF. They all work and do very well, but you can, for the $40-50 at the RTL SDR, you will do very fine. There is going to be RFID at the Wireless Village. A lot of RFID. You'll need to be able to scan and clone. This is going to be very important. It's more than just the 3 cards we had sitting on the table testing stuff out at Charm. And I'm going to say right antenna for the job, because there may be a competition where distance matters. There will be TPMS. So, that's all I'm going to say. Start doing your Googling, start doing all the good things that have to do around TPMS and how to collect and all that jazz. Not giving away too much. There will be infrared. Be prepared to absolutely receive and maybe or transmit infrared. That's all you're going to get. That's your hint. Knowing that it's there and knowing to be prepared. As part of my other section, this is mostly for making sure you have chargers for your cell phones, battery packs, all extra little things that you may want for if you go fox hunting, handhelds for other possible challenges. Think outside the box, be creative, know that power supplies may be limited. if everybody at your table has 97 things to plug in and there's only 13 sockets, you're going to be hurting. So be creative, think outside the box. Know that you may need just more than just a laptop and a dongle, especially if you're going for truly competing in this, because you're going to be all over the place and doing lots of things. So, Aircrack Suite, Wireshark, Kismet, you're going to want to know how to collect, read, sort through, figure out what's going on with all this wireless. There's more going on than just that it's WPA2 or WEP. You're going to want to go through Wireshark. You're going to want to know all the different settings and or categories and or capabilities and or standards and or security protocols that are available to Wi-Fi. WPA3 will be there. I purposely put the old Kismet in. Not Cali. Backtrack 5. It's been out longer, so it's just a little bit more stable. We are running, testing, checking, trying, playing with, and have available, and will be doing bleeding edge things. That's your hint. Take it how you will. I am not the RFID master. I will be paying attention to, I will be taught and or paying attention to the talks just as much as you all. There will be several protocols. They're going to have the people who helped us and built and have partnered with us for the RFID. They will be giving a talk and or workshop. Be prepared. This is going to happen, and it's going to be fun. I'm very excited. Being on the meetings and hearing them talk about all the stuff and all the things that they're doing, this is going to be a good time. So, Blue Hydra, Blue Sonar, be prepared. There's going to be some Bluetooth, definitely in the Foxes. Maybe some other stuff if testing gets finished and or something gets completed, but know that there will be Bluetooth things. Oh, do I have a typo? Sorry, my affair. For the RFID, I missed a M. I probably copied and pasted that. So, there is a gentleman named Woody who is now on our team. You might want to Google him. That's all I got to say about that. We are hams and we are operating very legally, so greatest hint I can give is if you take the spectrum, grab your ham bands, grab the ham frequency chart and start scrolling through it, you will have a very good time. You will start to find us. You will want to figure out how to do some bookmarking. You will want to bookmark stuff that's definitely not us, and you will want to definitely bookmark stuff that you think is us so you can start to figure it out. I was told to make sure that that last year there was a gentleman doing some ham Fox stuff. I'm told he's going to be doing some 2 meter again. He may do some announcements and some challenges or do some stuff partnered with the village. If you're interested, just be aware of that. His particular Foxes are not points towards our game, but if you want to go out and try at his stuff, because that's something you enjoy, then go for it. If it's authorized to be transmitted through ham, all the different types of categories of things, I'm being slightly I would Google just a little bit more than just Woody. There's Zero, maybe Woody and wireless and a couple other things. Uh, can't give all the hints away, but nothing is overly, impossibly complicated. Some things are cut and dry. If you find it in the right frequency spectrum and you figure out what it's transmitting and you attune your stuff to the correct modulation, demodulation, and all that stuff, you will figure us out and you can score you some points. So there will be web. If you think it's easy, please come down, try your hand. Sit down at the table, set your gear up, and you're more power to it. Come down and crack it, get yourself on the board, get you some points. Same as always, you're going to need our word list. At the point after you've captured the handshake, it becomes a crypto competition, and that's not what we are. We're a wireless competition. So you're going to want to go to our site. We got an area that'll be available when the conference kicks off where you can get your word list. Be able to notice the unnoticeable in the sense that just because you don't initially see it in Aero Dump or in somewhere else, it may be because you have to configure your stuff a different way or look at a different section to see what's there. Again, there will be definite Bluetooth Foxes and TPMS, so you need to be prepared for that. I'm making sure to bring it up again because this is something that has not been there before, and we're being nice. It's there. See if you can find it. A little bit of stuff to get you down with SDR, the SIG ID wiki. Check your settings, because again, whatever setup you may have been using with your SDR at home, where you're pulling the NOAA weather station that's 600 miles away, 200 miles away. We're not operating at that power out. You're not that far away from us. You'll be able to see the whites of our eyes, and the equipment's right next to us, and that's what's transmitting. Let's see what else. The team has sometimes been too creative for their own good, like white pulsar stars, moon gas, Saturn, reflecting off of moonbeams kind of stuff. But nothing's impossible anymore. And possibly there might be some car fob stuff to Google Woody. Oh, I got an extra bullet on there. So there's definitely some software out there for TPMS collection. Might be some YouTube videos, might be some write-ups and or links to articles. You should definitely start Googling for those. You can, as simple as Adafruit IR flashers. It's happening. There will be a challenge. A lot of stuff going with the Fox, possible hide and seeks and or others. Fox hunting is it's fun, it's challenging. I mean, if you see a signal, I wouldn't start asking all 700 people in your immediate vicinity if they are the Fox. A lot of this is real world. If somebody's got a rogue device that they're not supposed to have, and you start asking people if they're the Fox, they may not even say that they're the person. Oh, do you have your cell phone? Because maybe you're in a secure space. Of course, I'm not going to admit to it. Find the exact person. Know what you're looking for. Have the right kind of gear for it. I've recommended before 2 devices looking with different types of antennas on. longer distance into shorter distance, so that way you can see whether or not you're even remotely close. And then once you start getting in closer, the other one will pick up, and then you'll really be able to dial in where you're going. There will be a full in-brief at the wireless capture the flag. We will go over rules of engagement. We will go over how to, when things will be released, when they'll be available to be tracked down. We'll let you know when stuff's been caught, and all of the above. So, while you're in Vegas at Defcon in the Cricket Apocalypse, know that you should probably test things, play with things, figure things out before you get there, because not everything may be available. Amazon may not do 2-day shipping to your location. Offense and defense is in play, as always. Things have gotten a little interesting and fun with the King of the Hill, which is something I forgot to add to this. We have King of the Hill challenge, where we have a access point that goes up that's open. You need to get onto that access point, submit your team name to the field, and then the router reboots itself. Team that does that the most wins. We'll tally it up at the end of the conference, and we'll give out the points then. People have been getting real creative and be able to tell who is transmitting from where by their signal, possibly, or just know that you may be sitting next to a table who is, I don't know, got 100 extra access points up to keep you from scoring because they want to score. Again, offense, defense is in play. Style points for creativity. People have done some real cool things in the past. Know all the things that your tools can do. There are lots of, like with the air crack suite with arrow dump and air crack, there are lots of options and or flags that you can type in that will help you further than just that random tutorial you read that one time that just says, run this tool, type this, you win. We are not a tutorial. We are a wireless capture the flag. We've made things interesting and difficult, and we've got test. There's going to be some contestant test, excuse me, some test networks up and or test challenges up, so that you can even check and see how your if your gear is even operating properly. So if you can crack our test web or test WPA2, you know that you're going through the motions correctly, you know that your gear is working, you know that packet injection is working on your cards. And that's about it. I think we're at the end, and I will keep an eye on chat. And who has questions? Besides Zero Chaos. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Did my stream die? As far as what beer will win you the most bonus points, Not everybody at the table drinks. I'm German and I love German beer and wheat beers. That will get you hints and tips. Larger and more interesting help and or bribing systems are in place for a few points. Nothing that will be given will send you over the top, but we appreciate everything. Candy, slices of pizza, beers, shots. But it's always at the discretion of the village member. They may not feel like they want to drink at that time or be not ready to eat anymore because they just finished eating. So they may not be very excited about that box of donuts that just showed up because we might need to watch our waistlines. But you are more than welcome to attempt small hint bribes. We may ask you how you're attempting the current challenge you're stuck with, and if I just happen to be speaking a lot while I'm explaining things to you and you want to quench my thirst, I will be very helpful in explaining it. That maybe, you know, you're using that tool in one way and you might want to use it another to get you down the road. Nothing will solve the challenge for you, but it will get you closer to success. The question was what beers should they bring? Any other questions? The Wireless Village, if you go to our site, wctf.ninja, we have a Discord. We have Twitters. You should be following all of those and joining those to be participating in fun conversations and or keeping track of things that are going on with the village, announcements, all that good stuff. I will wait to see if there's a few more questions. I'm not going to rush it or force it. Don't be shy. As I said, ask questions, ask questions. If you can't think of anything right now, myself and the village are available in the Wireless Village Discord, or hit us up on Twitter. Will be helpful. Anybody else? And I'll call it a day. Bueller. All right, well, I'm going to call it there then. Thank you very much for everybody that came out. If you know other people that want to participate in the Wireless Capture the Flag, share the video, point them our direction for the wctf.ninja site. We will see everybody on Thursday then. Yeah? Sounds like a plan. All right, everybody, thank you for coming out, and have a good one.